We are here to listen to Joan Baez. We just listened to Bob Dylan, so it only seemed right to listen to Joan as well. She's not an artist who I'm familiar with because, of course, I'm not very familiar with folk music in general. But I do know that they are at least joined at the hip reputationally. I don't know if they were ever, like, if they dated or if they ever collaborated artistically or what, but I at least feel like there is some connective tissue creatively there. And it only felt right to listen to her after having listened to a couple of Bob Dylan records now. So, and she's had a long career. She's still with us and still raising hell, which is badass and very cool. So, shout out to that. Joan Baez, self-titled Joan Baez, in 3, 2, 1.
Don't sing love songs, you'll wake my mother.
Oh.
She's sleeping here, right by my side, and in her right hand, a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride.
She's got a beautiful voice.
All men are false.
It's like angelic.
Says my mother. They'll tell you wicked love and lies. The very next evening they'll court another, leave you alone to pine and sigh. My daddy is a handsome devil.
Man.
He's got a chain 5 miles long, and on every link a heart does dangle of another maid he's loved and wronged.
All right. I'm here with this so far.
Go court another tender maiden and hope that she will be your wife. For I've been warned and I've decided to sleep alone.
Man.
All of my life.
She's doing that what is it called? That movement of the girls that are, it's like the 4F, something like that. That where the girls are like saying that they're not having sex and not doing this and that and the other thing. Joan Baez is rocking that movement. That was cool though. I don't think that I knew her voice, or at least, attributed it specifically to Joan. So now that I have that, yeah, fantastic. Great vocal control, very reverberatory, very tight lyrics or performing there. It's interesting because I know that she and Bob Dylan, like, at some points cover similar material, and it'll be interesting to hear her with her such smooth voice compared to Bob's, comparatively rougher one. It'll be interesting to hear them on the same material.
I was born in East Virginia, North Carolina. I did roam. There I met a fair pretty maiden. Her name and age I do not know. Her hair it was of a bright some color, and her lips of a ruby red.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure.
On her breast she wore white lilies. There I long to lay my head. Well, in my heart you are, my darling.
I like these melodies.
At my door, you're welcome in. At my gate, I'll meet you, my darling. If your love I could only win. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun
better?
refused to shine than to see you be another man's darling, and to know that you'll never be mine. Well, in the night I'm dreaming about you.
Another original.
In the day I find no rest, just the thought of you, my darling, sends aching pains all through my breast. Well, when I'm dead and in my coffin, with my feet turned toward the sun, come and sit beside me, darling. Come and think on the way you done.
I'm looking at her lyrics, you know, and I'm just trying to assess her as a songwriter because, you know,
Oh, fare thee well, I must be gone and leave you for a while. Wherever I go, I will return. If I go 10,000 miles, if I go.
oh, man.
If I go 10,000 miles.
She's kind of going crazy on that guitar, too.
Oh, 10,000 miles, it is so far to leave me here alone.
I feel like this one could really bump if they wanted it to, you
I
know?
lament and cry, and you'll not hear my moan. And you'll not hear my moan. Oh, the crow that is so black, my love, will change his color white.
And what does that mean?
If ever I should prove
Oh.
false to thee,
Right.
the day will turn to night. Oh, the day.
Same, Grumpy.
Yes, the day will turn to night. Oh, the rivers never will run dry, or the rocks melt with the sun. I'll never prove false to the boy I love till all these things be done. Till
That's funny.
till all these things be done.
That one was one of my favorites so far, which is interesting that it's not one that she wrote, but ooh. All right. Bob's version of this is amazing. It's maybe my favorite track on that debut, so let's see.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call it the rising sun.
Now wait a minute.
And it's a been of the ruin of many poor girl and me, oh God, for one.
Hers is so much more like operatic feeling.
I had listened to what my mother said. I'd have been at home today, but I was young and foolish. Oh God, let a rambler lead me astray. Go tell my baby sister, don't do what I have done, but shun that house in New Orleans they call the rising sun.
This one's crazy.
I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost run.
Yeah.
I'm going back to spend my life beneath that rising sun.
I still got to give it to Bob Dylan, but that was a hell of a performance. Like I said, it felt very operatic. You know, it imbued a lot of drama and tension into it, and the guitar there was nice, subtle, but it communicated that vibe, that kind of grungy, you know, vibe. And yeah, she had a power in her voice in that performance that she hasn't necessarily in these other ones thus far, which I am a fan of. I also maybe think that just anybody who does this song is gonna do a good job of it. Like, I know Hendrix has one, but yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your mama was born to die.
What? Wait. Huh?
All my trials, Lord, soon be over. The river of Jordan is muddy and cold. Well, it chills the body, but not the soul. All my trials, Lord, soon be over.
This is depressing.
I've got a little book with pages 3, and every page spells liberty.
I don't know what any of that meant, but I like that. That's a good line. I don't know what that is, though.
All my trials, Lord, soon be over.
Yeah, what you said, Grumpy.
Too late, my brothers. Too late, but never mind. All
Oh, she wrote this one too. Oh, I would not have guessed that.
Soon be over. If living were a thing that money could buy, you know the rich would live and the poor would die.
Mm-hmm. Tell him. Tell him, Joan.
All my trials, Lord, soon be over. There grows a tree in paradise, and the pilgrims call it the tree of life.
We got a little feisty there for a sec.
Trials, Lord, soon be over. Too late, my brothers. Too late, but never mind. All my trials, Lord, soon be over. All my
Okay, interesting.
trials, Lord, soon be over.
Yeah, it does have that kind of quality, like old-timey type lyrical references and stuff. It does feel. I don't know. I'm just reading what it says on the screen. Maybe she's getting credit for something else then, just some kind of arranging, composing thing. Okay, all right.
I will twine with my mingles of raven black hair.
Oh, this one's
The
cool.
rose is so red and the lily so fair. The myrtle so bright with its emerald hue. And the pale and the leader and eyes look so blue. I will dance, I will sing, and my life shall be gay.
Hey.
I will charm every heart in his crown, I will sway.
Huh.
I woke from my dream, and all idols was clay, and all portions of loving had all flown away. He taught me to love him and promised to love, and cherish me over all others above. My poor heart is wondering, no misery can tell. He left me no warning, no words of farewell.
Damn. Why would you do that to poor Joan?
He taught me to love him and called me his flower, that was blooming to cheer him through life's weary hour. How I long to see him and regret the dark hour. He's gone and neglected his frail wildwood flower.
That one's cool. That one's a hit right there. That one's probably my well. That was my favorite of songs that I've not heard other people do before, right? So, House of the Rising Sun doesn't count, but I like that one. I know I'm about to get my heart broken on this song. This is gonna get stepped on.
On a wagon bound for market,
That wagon?
there's
Fucked.
a calf with a mournful eye.
That calf? Out of here.
High above him there's a swallow,
That swallow?
winging swiftly through the sky. How the winds are laughing, they laugh with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through, and half the summer's night. Donna, 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 Donna.
Ooh.
Donna, 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 Donna.
Yeah.
Donna, 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 Donna. Donna, 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 Donna.
That's gonna be stuck in my head.
Stop complaining, said the farmer who told you a calf to be.
Wikipedia was not helpful at all
Why
then.
don't you have wings to fly with, like the swallow so proud and free? How the winds are laughing, they laugh with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through, and half the summer's
My
night.
goodness.
Donna, 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 Donna. Donna, 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 Donna. Donna, 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 Donna. Donna, 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 Donna. Calves are easily bound and slaughtered,
Dead.
never knowing the reason why.
Told you.
But whoever treasures freedom, like the swallow has learned to fly.
Nope.
How the winds
That swallow
are
is gonna get shot out of the sky.
laughing, they laugh with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through.
What was the point of it? What was this song about?
Summer's night.
I need to reflect on this one.
Donna, 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 Donna.
Who is Donna in this story?
Donna, 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 Donna. Donna, 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 Donna.
What happened with the wagon? Bound for the market. Okay, all right. So the story is here that, and I know you guys know this. I'm just illiterate. The story is from the calf's perspective, who is jealous or envious of the swallow because he knows that he is going to the slaughter, and yet he wants to be flying free. And so then the farmer says, "Stop it! If you were gonna fly, you'd have some wings, fatty." And then he gets bound and slaughtered, and the bird keeps flying. I mean, okay. I guess that is the tragedy that happens. But who was Donna in this? I don't know about any of that. John C. Reilly? Oh man, I love that guy. He is funny as hell. He's a funny actor.
Fair young maid all in a garden, strange young man pass her by, said, fair maid, will you marry me? This then, sir, was her reply.
Okay, what'd she say? She said?
Oh, no, kind sir,
She said no.
I cannot marry thee, for I've a love who sails all on the seas. He's been gone for 7 years.
Oh, you don't? Okay, that's you don't say. 7 years?
No man shall marry me.
Haven't you seen Castaway?
What if he's in some battle slain, or drowned in the deep salt sea? What if he's found another love, and he and his love both married be?
Well, then why won't you get married? I don't understand that logic.
If he's in some battle slain, I will die when the moon doth wane.
Oh, I see. This is a whole conversation.
Drowned in the deep salt sea, I'll be true.
I mean,
to his memory.
she is ride or die, which is cool. I respect it.
And if he's found another love, and he and his love both married be, I wish them health and happiness.
That's amazing.
Where they dwell across the sea.
I should always watch more Doris Day movies. This is true. I don't know why that one specifically, though. I'll have to look at it.
He picked her up all in his arms, and kisses gave her 1, 2, 3.
That's John Reilly.
Saying weep no more, my own true love. I am your long lost.
He was testing her. He was testing her the whole time. Oh my God.
Weep no more,
What?
my own true love.
That's amazing.
I am your long lost John Riley.
Man. I can't believe it. John C. Reilly came back for her after all this time. 7 years. It was 7 years, and she stayed down that whole time. That is not realistic for anybody, but that makes for a good story. That was cool. A lot of these songs and the stylings are not like evocative or the most like I'm not dancing around or anything like that, but I do respect the general vibe that this album is creating, and I can appreciate the focus on storytelling, whether or not these are traditional songs or ones she composed or a mix of both or whatever, you know. The song selection itself does seem to be focused on, I mean, as a tenet of the folk genre, you know, just storytelling, and I think she's doing it justice. And it is interesting. I'm just considering, you know, whether, and I don't actually know if this is the case or not, but it would seem to me that her voice coming onto this scene would be particularly anomalous and maybe even divisive. I don't know.
Well, I'm a Rake and a Rambling Boy. There's many a city I did enjoy, and now I've married me a pretty little wife, and I love her dearer than love my life. Oh, she was pretty, both neat and gay, caused me to rob the broad highway.
I like this
Oh,
one.
yes, I robbed it, I do declare. And I got myself 10,000 there. Well, I'm a Rake and a Rambling Boy. There's many a city I did enjoy, and now I've married me a pretty little wife, and I love her dearer than love my life. Oh, when I die, don't bury me at all. Place my bones in alcohol, and at my feet place a white snow dove to tell the world that I died for love.
That is a stanza right
Well,
there.
I'm a Rake
Man.
and a Rambling Boy. There's many a city
Right
I
over
did
there.
enjoy,
That
and
one?
now I've married me a pretty little wife, and I love her dearer than I love my life, and I love her dearer than I love my life.
Oh, it's Moses.
Way by the water so blue,
I can confirm it this time.
the ladies were winding their way when Pharaoh's little daughter stepped down to the water to bathe in the cool of the day. And before it was dark, she looked in the ark and found sweet infant was there. And before it was dark, she looked in the ark and found sweet infant was there.
All right, I'm liking these melodies.
Way by the water so blue, she carried that beautiful child to his tender mother, his sister and brother. Little Moses looked happy and smiled.
Skipped a whole verse.
And she called him her own, her beautiful son,
Lord.
and sent for a nurse that was near. And she called him her own, her beautiful son, and sent for a nurse that was near. the sea that was red, so red. Little Moses, the servant of God, before him subsided, seas were divided, when upward he lifted his rod.
Pause.
And the Jews safely crossed, while Pharaoh's host were drowned in the waters and lost.
Oh man.
And the Jews safely crossed, while Pharaoh's host were drowned in the waters and lost. And away on the mountain so high, last one that he ever did see, with Israel victorious, his hopes were most glorious, someday all Jordan be free. When his spirit did cease, he departed in peace and rested in the heavens above. When his spirit did cease, he departed in peace and rested in the heavens above.
That one's crazy. I wish there was a little more material on here where she was a little more powerful with that voice, because she has it, you know, but maybe that's to come. I don't know.
Word is to the kitchen gone, and word is to the hall, and word is up to Madam the Queen, and that's the worst of all, that Mary Hamilton's born a babe to the highest steward of all.
Oh no. Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Arise, arise, Mary Hamilton, arise and tell to me what thou hast done with thy wee babe.
Wait.
I saw and heard weep by thee. I put him in a tiny boat and cast him out to sea,
Is this Moses' mom?
that he might sink.
Was it Moses
or
Hamilton?
He might swim, but he'd never come back to me.
What the hell?
Arise, arise, Mary Hamilton, arise and come with me. There is a wedding in Glasgow town, this night we'll go and see.
Okay. That's like Scotland or something, right?
She put not on her robes of black, nor her robes of brown, but she put on her robes of white to ride into Glasgow.
There's too much symbolism here. I'm not adult enough to know what any of this means. The robes.
As she rode into Glasgow.
Hey, Banjo Paul.
town, the city for to see. The bailiff's wife and the provost's wife cried out, and alas for thee.
I need like the spark notes on this song.
Oh, you need not weep for me, she cried. You need not weep for me. For had I not slain my own wee babe, this death I would not deem.
Huh?
Oh, little did my mother think when first she cradled me, the lands I was to travel and the death I was to do.
What does it mean to D something? Does that just mean to do it? The death I was to do? The death I was to die?
Last night I washed the queen's feet and put the gold in her hair.
I gotta see how this wraps.
And the only reward I find for this, the gallows to be my share.
Okay, so you're going to the gallows because you killed your baby, which I guess, you know,
Cast off,
little Casey
my
Anthony.
gown, she cried, but let my petticoat be, and tie a napkin round my face, the gallows I would not see. Then by and come the king himself, looked up with a pitiful eye. Come down, Mary Hamilton, tonight you dine with me.
We're going line by line. I don't want spoilers.
Oh, hold your tongue, my sovereign liege, and let your folly be. For if you'd a mind to save my life, you'd never have shamed me here.
What the fuck is happening?
Last night there were 4 Marys. Tonight there'll be but 3. There was Mary Beaton and Mary Seaton and Mary Carmichael and me.
Huh? What does the wedding have to do with it? And then she was saying, had I not slain my own wee babe, this death I would not die? Like, what does that mean? I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm just trying to understand. I don't know what the lesson is there, guys. Don't Casey Anthony your children. Okay, let's hear another story from Henry. Let's hear what horrible, heinous stuff that Henry is up to. Gaelic poetry?
There were 3 brothers in merry Scotland. In merry Scotland there were 3.
And then one of them shot the
and
other.
they did cast lots which of them should go, and turn robber all on the salt sea.
Huh.
The lot it fell first upon Henry Martin, the youngest of all the 3, that he should turn robber all on the salt sea, the salt sea, the salt sea.
Hey, Sam.
For to maintain his 2 brothers and he. They had not been sailing but a long winter's night and part of a short winter's day, when he espied a stout lofty ship, come a-bibbing down on him straightway.
All right, let's see what goes on here.
Hello, hello, cried Henry Martin, what makes you sail so nigh? I'm a rich merchant ship bound for fair London town, London town, London town. Would you please for to let me pass by?
Would you please for to let me pass by?
Oh no, cried Henry Martin. This thing it never could be, for I have turned a robber all on the salt sea, the salt sea, the salt sea.
So Henry...
For to maintain my 2 brothers and me.
But he...
ship under my lee.
Braille up your mizzen?
Or I will give to
That's
you
some
a
Zoomer
full
slang.
Cannonball, cannonball, cannonball.
Alright, this is too hard to do
And
this.
all
There
your
we go.
dear bodies drown in the salt sea. Oh no, we won't lower our lofty topsail, nor bring our ship under your lee. And you shan't take from us our rich merchant goods, merchant goods, merchant goods, nor point our bold guns to the sea.
Night, Paul. I like your Gaelic poetry there.
Broadside and at it they went for fully 2 hours or 3, till Henry Martin gave to them the death shot, the death shot, the death shot. And straight to the bottom went she. Bad news to old England came, bad news to fair London town. There's been a rich vessel and she's cast away, cast away, cast away. And all of her merry men drowned.
Did they win or lose? I can't even tell, because it says Henry Martin gave them the death shot. You know? So it sounds like they won, but why do they make it sound so so sad if they won? But then it says everybody drowned. I don't know. I don't know. This is the last track. Oh, and it's in another oh my goodness. I don't know what I expected when I typed up the track
Al
list.
preso número 9 ya lo van a confesar. Estarecendo en la celda con el cura del penal. Dientes de
Henry was a
amanecer,
pirate. That is true.
La vida le han de quitar porque mató a su mujer y un amigo desleal.
Alright, I'm not gonna get this story, obviously.
Dice así, al confesar, los maté, sí señor, y si vuelvo a nacer,
And if something comes
yo
back,
los
nacer? Is that
vuelvo
to
a
swim?
matar.
I don't remember.
Padre, no me arrepiento, ni me da miedo la eternidad.
Something about the time
Yo
of
sé que allá en
eternity.
el cielo, el ser supremo nos buscará. Voy a seguir sus pasos, voy a buscar
I'm gonna
los
find
almas
more
allá.
there. I can.
Ya, ya, ya. Al preso número 9 era un hombre muy cabal. Iba la noche del duelo muy contento en su jacal. Pero al mirar su amor en brazos de su rival, ardió en pecho el rencor
Oh, it's by that
y no
guy.
se pudo aguantar. Al sonar el clarín se forma el pelotón y rumbo al paredón. Soy al preso decir, Padre, no me arrepiento, ni me da miedo la eternidad. Yo sé que allá en el cielo el ser
This is kind of a baller
supremo
move
nos buscará.
to put this song on here.
Voy a seguir sus pasos, voy a buscar los almas allá. Ay, 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 ay.
So I reckon that she has some type of, Spanish or Latin or something heritage, which is cool that she was able to make the push to get a Spanish-speaking song on the record. You know, I have to imagine that that was her insistence. I could be making all this up. Maybe she's just like white as the fucking snow, and the label wanted her to do a Spanish song. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is she is a very talented singer, a very and a very like a unique singer. She's got a distinct voice, I feel like, but I want to hear that voice on different material. Like even that last song kind of was in a more of the right direction because it was a little more dramatic. Like I want the songs. I basically just don't want her to be doing folk music. So that's a me problem. That's me. The songs themselves are just a little bit too sparse. I would like to hear a little bit more of a groove and a little bit more of a beat, but that's on me. So I don't know. Let's read the blurb. Let's see what the blurb says by our good pal Bruce Eater. At the time of its release, Joan Baez's debut album was something of a revelation. Let's hear. The folk music revival, okay, this I'm not very familiar with, was beginning to gather steam, stoked on the popular side by artists such as the Kingston Trio and the Easy Riders, as well as up-and-coming ensembles such as the Highwaymen, and on the more intense and serious side by the Weavers. I don't know any of these names. I know the Kingston Trio name, but I don't know any of these other people. The female singers on the scene were mostly old-time veteran activist types like Ronnie Gilbert and Malvina Reynolds, who was in her 60s. And then along comes this album by a 19-year-old who looked more like the kind of co-ed every mother dreamt her son would come home with, displaying a voice from heaven, I too said angelic, a soprano so pure and beguiling, there's beguiling, that the mere act of listening to her forget what she was saying was a pleasure. Baez's first album, made up primarily of traditional songs, including a startling version of House of the Rising Sun, was beguiling enough to woo even conservative-leaning listeners, accompanied by the Weavers' Fred Hellerman and a pair of session singers. Was there? I don't remember hearing any session singers at all. Baez gives a fine account of the most reserved and least confrontational aspects of the folk revival, presenting a brace of traditional songs, most notably East Virginia and Mary Hamilton, with an urgency and sincerity that makes the listener feel as though they were being sung for the first time, and opening with a song that was to become her signature piece for many years, Silver Dagger. The recording was notable for its purity of sound. That's going to do it, I think, for this record. Thank you all for watching. That was terrible. Why am I always so bad at this?